Go ahead and put those right over there. Yes, and make sure you take those vials to the lab. Be careful not to drop them, dear. I promise you won't like them. That's a good girl. I'm surrounded by nothing but a bunch of fools. Honestly, carrying vials isn't that hard a job. How do you possibly manage to screw it up? Perhaps I should be asking you that, shouldn't I? You little thief. Come out of there. Yes, I know you're there. Don't act so surprised. Come, sit. Tell Renata Glasc precisely who you are. A job? Oh, a job. You're responding to the advert I posted. Well, why didn't you just say so? Here I thought you were sneaking into my laboratory for no reason, other than vainglory, or perhaps just a mental lapse. Come, sit. Well, you certainly have got no reason to be afraid of me now. Why? This? My hand? Well, you've got no cause to fear. These are chemtech burns, darling. They don't go anywhere, unless I want them to. You've got no reason to be afraid of me, little one. And you may as well empty your pockets. I can see. Surprised. Darling, you don't rise to be a chem baroness by simply sitting on your ass doing nothing, while people walk into your stores trying to steal your formulas. This simply won't do. You're not making a very good impression on me. That's it. Hand them over. Well, well, well. How very interesting that you should pick these vials out of all the ones you could have stolen. Do you want to know what they are? Well, this one, this pretty little vial, it happens to activate when you shake it up. And care to take a wager what it does? On the surface, it's a premium chemtech aftershave. It makes the skin silky smooth. So tell me, what qualifies you for a position at Renata Glasc's empire? Have you gotten any experience with chemtech? Or are you looking for a more administrative position? Yes. I see. Very interesting. Go on. Really? Well, I might have something for you after all. So, how many formulas would you say you can create in a week-long time span? Oh? You've never had a week of preparation before? Why, that's just simply foolish. You can't be expected to do your job in a matter of days. Anyone worth their salt knows a good chem tech takes at least a week and a half to ferment. especially if you're using premium materials like we do here at Glasc Industries. Yes. Well, I am a very caring and kind individual. I like my employees to have the proper preparation. You can't possibly do the extenuating and detail-oriented work you do under such ridiculous time constraints. Business is not like running a country, dear. You must anticipate the whims of people themselves, cater to them, and then do everything in your power to remedy their issues. Loyalty is far better than gold. Though I do also prefer having their gold buy their loyalty. Make no mistake, I don't run a check. What was that? Really? Well. Oh, so that's why. My precious. Oh, forgive me, darling. I've been up all night. I just can't be bothered to stay awake for very long. But it would explain why my lamps have gone missing. So, the council is curious what I'm doing with all that Kimtech. And you say you were sent here on an expedition. Well, I'm certainly glad we were able to work that out. I thought you were here for a job interview. You're quite the convincing actor. Say, would you like some tea? Oh, yes, yes. I'm ever quite thirsty, and when I get tired like this... Genevieve, could you be a dear and bring up some refreshments for me and my guest? Yes. The teapot with the roses should do just nicely. Thank you, Genevieve. And do make sure you hurry. Our guest looks famished. Thank you. Oh, you've heard all the stories. I'm a cruel and unrelenting woman. People will often publicize anything to those whom they fear. Do you happen to know everything that I've come from? I grew up in a very poor part of this city. My parents were renowned, you know, for their charitable work. We gave away much of what we had to those who were in need. It impressed quite the lesson upon me. Many a night it was that I lay in bed hungry, watching as my parents went out into the middle of the night, into the very streets by our house, handing over their precious balms. I've never seen people so grateful in my life. Ah, Genevieve, yes, thank you. I vowed never, ever to allow myself to fall into such despair again, once I gained the ability to work on my own. My parents' Kimtech was quite refined. The byproducts themselves were very interesting. Yes. You would think we would have disposed of them, but we didn't exactly have the proper materialization for that. My parents said there was no use for the stuff, but I begged to differ. Here you are. Take a sip. Yes, it's quite nice. Jasmine. And quite relaxing. You should feel its effects in about a few minutes, dear. Where was I? Yes, my parents. You see, they were of the mind that if you cater to the masses rather than to those above them, their loyalty will inspire the people above them to take notice and to change their money-mongering ways. They were only half correct. You should certainly cater to the masses and get your name in the ears of those with the resources to put your name on the map. because it is through their influence and power that you will truly gain the, well, resources you need to truly help those in need. Charity is all well and good, but you cannot run a homeless shelter on good wishes and dreams alone. No, you need money to buy the things that you need: food, clothing, prestige, cleaning supplies. That was what my parents lacked the foresight to see. But I had. Ugh. Oh, my. Forgive me. I seem to be making you sleepy. Well, if you want to fall asleep, dear, you can go right ahead. That's it. Just lean back, close your pretty little eyes, and let my voice take you away. I worked tirelessly to spread the word and good deed of my parents and their Kim Tech charity across the entire stratosphere of our social standing. And what did they do in return? They took the money I worked to earn them, and they squandered it on the poor. They could have amassed a fortune that would have allowed us to expand our empire, but no. No, their bleeding hearts decided that others had more need. We who were starving, we who lived in a hovel, barely able to make ends meet, barely able to supply the masses with the itinerary of products they loved so much. What's the matter, dear? Having trouble breathing? Oh, that's all right. That would just be the essence I put into the tea. Yes. You're not going to be able to breathe without my say-so. And as it is, I rather like the fact that you're unable to breathe right now. You thought you could just come in here, steal a couple of my vials, and expect to walk away unscathed back to your masters like the little lapdog you are? You can tell your masters all about Renata Glasc, but I'm afraid they won't be able to understand you. As we speak, your lungs are burning themselves alive. You're going to need replacements. Replacements I'll offer at absolutely no cost to you. They will be the finest biological lungs you can get, powered by a mechanical heart, because that too is going to start failing. You will feel your chest start to squeeze itself before the burning begins. Shame. You were quite a worthy specimen, too. Strong, able-bodied, quick of wit. You certainly had me going there for just a second. You really should have found a better place to put these vials. I never did tell you what these other two did I? This pink one. It's a perfume. I planned to start selling it soon. I am a connoisseur of perfumes, dear. I like scents that are easy on the eyes and the ears and the nose. After all, you can't sell anything that nobody thinks is pretty or smells nice. Hold still. Here. Take a whiff, if you would, dear. What do you think? Floral, with a hint of cotton candy. Interesting. I'd actually set it up to be quite a spicy scent. I particularly smell a deep, rich coffee flavor, surrounded by chemicals, my own design for my laboratory. Seems the perfume does its job nicely. It taps into the memories of the wearer, altering its chemical signature to be something that the wearer desires the most. It promotes a feeling of nostalgia, desire, comfort. So that way the person wearing it always wants just a little more. The other vial, this pretty little concoction, I haven't quite decided what to call it yet, what it will be used for. It's got an interesting little property about it. It makes things glow in the dark. I thought about putting it inside little night lights for children. Yes. Quite an addictive little glow, isn't it? It hypnotizes whoever looks into it for long, making them far more suggestible to messages implanted into the, say, voice box of a pretty little lamp nightlight for children in the shape of a character from a show some boring intellectual property will buy off the market. I don't quite know what children like these days. Perhaps a little cartoon mouse or something. Everybody loves cartoon mouses. It will make them more eager to buy my products, and in turn their parents will want to buy them too. That's the way that you get to the hearts of the masses, my dear. Oh, there goes your eyesight. Darn, I'd hoped that would last a little longer. But it's good to know how long these effects take. I can tweak, make sure that the poisons do their job in a timely manner. Seems I need to strengthen it just a tad. Yes, as I was saying, that is how you acquire unwavering loyalty in an empire which will last for ages. Those fools on the council, they think they know best, but they don't. They are too concerned with making sure that our foreign trade routes are left unbothered by political unrest, when it is that very political unrest they should be wielding to ensure our foreign trade remains strong. After all, she who controls the Sun Gate controls all, and very soon every word from people's lips shall be nothing but that of Renata Glasc's praise. Cooperation is for those with dreams, and I have the greatest dream of all. I don't cooperate with those who wish to destroy that dream. I dominate and ensure that they know Renata Glasc is not to be trifled with. I do hope you enjoy your eternal slumber. Your organs will be used to make wonderful transplants for people. Don't worry. I'll make sure by the time you wake up, your brain doesn't remember a thing. You'll be a perfect little coffee boy. Yes, you'll bring me my coffees in the morning, and you'll serve as my footrest of the evening. You should feel so lucky. But I'm going to need a couple things from you before I can even think of using you. Look at you. You look like you've been bathing in dirt for months. Is that why the council hired you, darling? Did you not have a home to call your own? How much did they pay you for this little job of yours? Oh my, is this it? all they were willing to pay for your loyalty? You deserved better. If you were coming after me, you deserved at least 3 times as much. I will happily provide that kind of compensation for you. But first, let's get your filthy, disgusting face cleaned up. Hold still for me. Not that you can move anyway. My, you've got quite pretty skin, don't you, little one? Why, you could almost be a girl for how well kept you are. Such gorgeous red hair. Why did you hide it underneath this grime, trying to obscure your information from me? Naughty, naughty. There'll be none of that. Not if you're going to be my personal property from now on. You're going to need a new name. I wonder. You look like a Vivian. No, that reminds me of Vi, and God knows I can't stand her. Such a goody little two-shoes. She could at least provide me the entertainment her sister Jinx does. Samira? It would be rather fun to bark orders at her, considering I've already got her pistols under my belt. But no, a face like this, so noble, so regal and high-cheeked. No, a name befitting a more prestigious bloodline is what you deserve. I'll call you Glasc. Yes, you'll be my pretty little footstool, Glasc. Oh, you don't like that name? Oh, you're shaking your head. Fine. What name do you want to be called by then, my little lioness? Lena? All right, Lena. I suppose that'll have to do. My... What's this? A deal, you whisper? By the council? You're willing to give up your map dogs in exchange for your life. Depends upon what you have to offer me. I see. They're meeting tonight in order to lay out their evidence. That is quite useful to me. If I intercept the council members before they enter the chambers, I can activate their precious little watches. And that'll be the end of that. I could do it remotely, but I want to see the looks on their faces when they fall one by one beneath my heel. After all, that's my favorite part of the job. Product testing. Poor thing. Poor thing. Don't fight it. Just close your eyes. Slip into the unending slumber of dreams. Nighty-night, little thief.